Hey, welcome gang, welcome back to the channel. Browsing my local detailing world. By the way, I'm lucky enough to have 3 or 4 local detailing supply stores near me. I have Detailing World, which I frequent, and I have the Clean Garage, and I also have another small local supply store. I'd like to know, what supply stores do you have in your area? If you have any at all, mention them, give them a shout out down in the comments section. I'd like to see what is locally found here and there. That's how my drawers and my cupboards here are always full of product, and I really should stay away from them. But I do get to try products that I've never seen before from product lines I'm not familiar with, and it gives me a chance to try these. And if I find something that's interesting, I'll pick them up and bring them to the channel. I found one here because of 3 characteristics that stand out to me. One, this tire shine or tire dressing has SiO2, so you can, I guess, label it as a coating. I never seem to get them to last longer than 2 weeks in my area. Let me know down in the comments section if you can get one to last longer than that and what it is. So I'm always trying to find one that will outlast the others. The no-sling formula that this boasts of is also something that, that I enjoy. And it also mentions it has a color matching agent in the formula for your tires, for worn tires and stained tires. So to me, that is pigments. There might be some pigmented molecules within the formula, so we're going to give that a shot as well. So those 3 characteristics got my attention. This is the HydroSilex Sio2 sling-free color matching tire shine. Let's give it a shot. By the way, for a limited time only, if you purchase the formula, you also get a free application block as well. And that's the one that comes with it. So this 16-ounce bottle with the applicator block, $16.99. So a decent price. SiO2 infused. And it gives you the recommended use and also some warnings and maybe some tips if you want a more shiny or glossy tire, 2 coats or more. And after it's applied, you do want to keep it away from free-flowing water and rainfall for 24 hours and let it cure properly. Let's see what it can do. So this thing here just sees the winter weather in my area. By the way, I bought this vehicle was just $800, and I bought it just because I saw the 2-peak or 3-peak Michelin tires. These are the cross climates, and if you look on this thing, you will eventually find the 2 or the 3-peak. It's hard for me to see. I know the camera could probably pick it up better. But these are 215, 60, R16s. These little guys cost more than this car is worth. And I picked up the car solely to see how these tires perform. And you get a car. I got a car with it. So, yeah, they've been holding up pretty good just for your information. But anyways, you always want to start with a clean tire before you apply any of these coatings or dressings, so that's what we're going to quick go through and show you that first. First thing you want to do is clean the tire. Obviously, get a clean slate before applying your favorite dressing or coating. This has a little bit of the browning effect. You want to clean that. You want to clean the tire. It is safe to clean the browning away from tires despite all of those other videos out there with misinformation. It is safe to clean the browning off the tire. You will not penetrate the surface of the tire unless you're using a really crazy strong acidic cleaner. I use something like Grease Lightning. Spray it on here. I can see the browning starting to break down already, and that gives me time to grab my favorite tire brush And you'll see just how dirty these really were. Thoroughly rinse. Some air pockets in the pressure washer. And I'm going to do this again. I'm going to keep doing this until I see that I'm not pulling up any more of the dirt and browning from the tires. I'm still getting a little bit more, so I mean the suds and the foaming is a lot lighter now. But I want to keep doing that until this foam is just bright white. Then I know the tire is clean and it's ready to receive that coating or dressing. Worth the extra time to keep going over it, guys. The next thing you want to do is make sure your tire is completely dry. Absolutely completely dry before you apply that dressing or coating. And for that, I'm going to bring in the Adams Mini Air Cannon. This has a heating element and will help with that chore. Look how quickly it dries the tire, this section anyways, and very nice and clean underneath. And that quick we are finished. Make sure you got moisture that might be stuck right there at the bead and at the treads. Make sure it is completely dry. All right, we'll grab the applicator that came with the product, bring these up to temperature. We're in the winter months here in the Northeast. So if the shop is cool or your garage is cool, bring it inside, bring it up to into the 70s and let it warm up. Detailing products always will react better when you bring them up to temperature. The rule is 55 degrees or higher is when detailing products and tools will work the best. Let's see how this goes on. I personally like these applicators that are curved a little bit and come to a point, so you can get the point in there at the where the bead, where the tire meets the rim, but this is working fine. Just distribute, make sure you're distributing the formula equally throughout the rubber. I'll use this point here at the edge to get right in there at the bead for entire coverage. Make sure I get out towards the tread. And that looks great. Not streaky, a nice even color to it. I'm going to wait a little bit, leave it as is, see if it kicks back. Right now it has a semi-gloss look to it. I want to see if after I let it cure for a bit, is it just a matte? And then we'll give it a second, maybe even a third layer and see if that makes it glossier and more, a shiny tire shine look to it. So let's give it 15-20 minutes here. I have it right under the heater, see what happens. After giving it some time to cure, it has a nice even look, and I got to tell you, that's exactly how I like my tires. You know, a little, like a new tire, but a little darker and richer. For those that do like a glossier look, and you can see nice and even, not streaky. For those that do like a darker, glossier, greasier look to it, let's put a second or maybe even a third layer on there, let it cure, and then we'll see what we have from there. Now, there's no test that I can do sitting in the shop. I can show you the hydrophobics, if there are any, when it fully cures. There's no test that I could do inside of a shop that will match what Mother Nature can do. So what we plan on doing is running this in the ice and the snow, and I'm concerned with the salt and brine, how it wears down tire shines and coatings. And we're going to see how this performs against those harsh chemicals. But let's put a second, maybe even a third layer on there for the looks. By the way, the applicator works fine. I like the curved ones a little bit better. My concern is going to be, this goes down into the holder. Is there adhesive holding this in there? How long does it take before this just starts sliding out and being a menace that way? Because once it starts falling out of its pocket and its holder, that's when I will be throwing it away, if and when that happens. But until then, how long until the foam starts to wear away? I will be testing that as well. Starts to fall apart in chunks is what normally happens to these. Let me know down in the comments section what your favorite applicator is. Is it a little brush? Is it a foam applicator? Is it a microfiber applicator? All right, so that's after the second layer, and it is getting glossier and glossier. I'll put a third layer on there, and we'll take a look. So after a few layers, obviously it is going to get glossier. That's starting to get a little out of hand compared to the way I like it, but some do like it with that extreme glossy, greasy look to it. At this point, we'll let this cure, and then we'll see, does it have water shedding and water beating properties, and then from there, really the only thing to do is to take it out into Mother Nature, as you can see I've been doing. Let the coating get beat up, and then see how easy it is to clean that tire once again after it's been protected, and how long that characteristic lasts. You want to let the tire coating cure, keep it out of free-flowing water for 24 hours minimum. This isn't going to be like a ceramic coating on a car, but you can start to see those water shedding properties. Now, to me, that doesn't mean anything. What really is the selling factor for me is how long it lasts looking good and how long it keeps the tire clean. Does it make the tire easier to clean the next time I have to do the chore? That time will tell. And Mother Nature will do a great job testing that. I will keep you informed. Let's wrap up the video. Hey, so far so good. I like the application. The applicator that came with it's okay. We'll see how long that lasts. It looks good. With one layer, 2 layers at most, looks great. You get that glossy, real greasy look to it with 2 or 3 or more. We'll see how long it lasts. I'll keep you filled in. We'll revisit it later, and I'll put a link down below if you want to look into it further. Again, this is the HydroSilex Tire Shine Sling-Free Tire Shine with SiO2 and pigments to color match your tire. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.